Tough one for Team Canada as the Americans grab gold in women's hockey. Hey everyone, Rob Wong with you. Pleased to be joined by Postmedia's Rob Longley, who is in Milan covering the women's hockey tournament. And it was another classic in this long-time rivalry, Rob, but unfortunately for the underdog Canadians, they come out on the wrong end, losing 2-1 in overtime on an incredible goal by U.S. defenseman Megan Keller. It was a much better effort for Canada in this one compared to their round-robin loss to the U.S., but still a bittersweet ending for Team Canada. What did you make of their tournament?
Yeah, Rob, bittersweet and the beauty of the curse of it. I mean, it was yet another classic game between these two countries. Yet another classic gold medal game at the Olympics. But the magic of this one is that it was unexpected. So many people, myself included, expected the U.S. to just roll over Canada, much like they did in the preliminary round with that 5-0 win that you mentioned. But from the outset, it was a different Canadian team out there. They forced the play at times. They certainly got the first goal, which was a huge step, a shorthanded goal early in the second period. And then all of a sudden you thought, oh my goodness, this could be the upset. And just to even think of or describe a Canada-U.S. game as Canada being the upset winners was kind of a weird concept. And that led to like an incredible third period where Canada was just hanging on. They were turning the puck over, doing a lot of things that they had done poorly earlier in the tournament, but somehow were clinging to that one goal lead. And I was in your head, you're sort of playing it along. With 10 minutes left, there's 600 seconds left in the game. With 5 minutes left, there's 300 seconds left in the game. And then tick, 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 down it goes. And then just outside of 2 minutes, Hillary Knight, the great American captain, has a really clever tip in on a shot from the point. And it seems like it's going to be the inevitable now. We're going to overtime, and a valiant effort by Canada, but they're going to lose it. But they had their opportunities in overtime too, right? Marie-Philip Poulin had the puck on her stick, an opportunity for the golden goal in the U.S. zone. Would have been her fourth Olympic golden goal, and just fired it wide, and then that didn't happen. Daryl Watts was in on a 2-on-1, had the puck stripped off of her stick, and didn't take advantage of that opportunity. And of course, it comes the other way, Rob, and you mentioned it. Megan Keller with just a great move inside the blue line, undressed Canadian defender Claire Thompson, and then pushed it home past Anne-Renee Desbiens, who was strong most of the night in the Canadian net, and heartbreak from then on. It was quite a scene, quite a really amazing effort by the Canadians, and then just the crushing emotions and the crushing heartbreak afterwards was really tough to watch, quite frankly, because this team had laid it all on the line, a team that was overmatched in so many ways and fell just short.
You mentioned Hillary Knight, the captain for the U.S., and this was her swan song for that team and that great goal to tie things up there late in the third period. On the other end, you've got Marie-Philip Poulin, who got injured in this one, but still had a strong tournament when she was out there. Would have been a great moment, like you said, if she was able to end this one. A lot of talk about her future with Team Canada. I know she was asked about it post-game. What did she have to say on that end?
She didn't want to go there, Rob, and that's to no one's surprise. I mean, I'm sure she'll think about it and ponder what her options are, and how much more she's willing to commit for another 4 years, because it really is an arduous 4-year road, especially when you're the captain. And she'll be 38 when the next Olympics come along. So, I mean, the hunch is that she will be done as captain of Team Canada, but who knows? She's such a gamer. She's such a brilliant leader, such a well-respected leader within the game, and still going strong with the PWHL, which may encourage her to stay playing a little bit longer and ride it out to what would be a sixth Olympics for her. But the hunch is that she's probably done. She's had a lot of injuries over the last few years, and not just the one she sustained here. And she was very gallant in playing through that knee injury that she suffered in the Czechia game a couple of weeks back. And she didn't really want to go there as using it as an excuse tonight. But some of her teammates talked about what she went through and how much she suffered, and how I use the word gallant, how gallant she was to be able to suit it up in the gold medal game and be a factor. But it's clear she was playing through some pain, and at some point when you get to that age, does she really want to keep up with that commitment? Such a brilliant leader for this Canadian program, surefire Hockey Hall of Famer. I mean, she'll go in right away once she retires, and arguably, and there's not a whole lot of debate to it, but arguably the greatest Canadian female player of all time.
Well, it was a difficult one for Canada. As you mentioned, they almost pulled off the upset, but it's all about the U.S. right now. 8 straight wins against Canada in international play. So it is a one sided rivalry, at least for the time being, between these two nations.